Good afternoon again, everyone. Thanks for coming out. I know you have a lot of options out there this week, and I am excited to introduce to you one of the hardest working men in the business, Grammy Award-winning Ted Russell Kamp.
Oh, thank you. Hey, let's have a hand for Emily, hosting the night, the day. Thank you for having me on board. It's great to see you again, and awesome to be a part of what a great bill of so many talented people. So thank you. All right, I think I'm going to start mellow. Can we have a big round of applause for Amelia White, who's just fabulous? She's been a good friend of mine for a long time. We wrote some great songs together. So I'm going to start with a mellow one, and then I'll build it up, okay? I'm Ted Russell Kamp from Los Angeles, California. It is fabulous to be back here in Nashville, Tennessee, and wonderful to be here for the Magnolia Roads Hoedown. This one is called Path of Least Resistance. Well, I just lost another round, but at least I tried to fight. They may have knocked me down, but I'll be back another night. Sometimes when you're alone and there's a hard rain coming on, all you can do is brace yourself till the storm's gone. The path of least resistance, it's a hard road to take. When you've given all you have to give, and your heart's about to break, you keep one eye on the real view and the other on the road. The path of least resistance is the only way to go. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you hit a home run every time? The crowd cheered like a grand slam in the bottom of the night. Well, some things, they come easy, but real dreams take time. You gotta keep those headlights on if you wanna stay between the lines. The path of least resistance, it's a hard road to take. When you've given all you have to give, your heart's about to break. You keep one eye on the real view and the other on the road. The path of least resistance is the only way to go. Sometimes you're in a 5-star, and sometimes it's a cheap motel. But it's just another night in another bed you made yourself. Well, I tell you, I'm not giving up, and I will not let you down. But these words I tell myself will help me turn this thing around. The path of least resistance, it's a hard road to take. When you've given all you have to give, and your heart's about to break, you keep one eye on the real view and the other on the road. The path of least resistance is the only way to go. I said the path of least resistance is the only way to go. Hey, thank you. This next song is called Hobo Nickel. Do we have any members of AAA out there? Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm a proud member of AAA. Okay, we can have that talk later. That's a good one. But not only do you get quality roadside assistance, you also get a random and wonderful magazine sent to you every month. Now, I live in Los Angeles, so the AAA magazine is called Westways. And most of the time, it's articles about some, like, wonderful state park in Oregon I'm never going to go to. But a few years ago, there was this great article about the National Hobo Festival that happens in Iowa every summer. Now, I still have not been to the Hobo Festival, but I got the idea for this song, because the more I started reading about these travelers and these vagabonds, the more I started thinking that they're like me and my musician friends who just travel around and play in a town and move on to the next day. So I got the idea to write this kind of song about a Zen hobo traveler and how he'd fit into the modern world. And I actually ended up, I didn't know how to finish it. So I contacted, do we have any friends or fans of Brian Wright, who lives within a few miles of here? Anyway, so I got together with him, and I knew he'd have the perfect amount of philosophy and sense of humor to finish this with me. So here's Hobo Nickel. I got a hobo nickel I made of myself. Shine it up nice and keep it on the shelf. And one flip in the air tells me all I need to know. The head's eye stare and tells it means it's time I got to go. I got an old guitar I like to strum. I know half of every song that's ever been sung. I'm gonna sit right down in a corner in the heart of town. When I start to play, the people come a-gathering around. East or west, I never look back. Tomorrow's just a day or so down the track. Traveling light is the life for me. If I spend my last dollar, I'll just get it for free. I got a freight train, it's on track 21. And if it moves too slow, I'll use my thumb, 'cause I'm moving along any way I want to roll. If it don't come easy, then it's not the way I'm going to go. Got a backpack that's hanging over my shoulder. Got everything I need when the night gets colder. A coat and a hat, a compass and a cup of joe. I got my hobo nickel and the feeling of the freedom of the road. Now it ain't easy, but it's easy to love. Anybody can join, but it's a mighty small club. Got no destination, no place to be, but it's an open invitation. Won't you travel with me? So stay at home or ride the railing like a hobo nickel. Heads or tails, you can live on love or chase that money down. It goes about so fast, why not make the most of it now? It goes by so fast, why not make the most of it now? You know that we're all going to the same party anyhow. Thank you very much. Right on. How y'all feeling so far? Good, we got a few woos. We got a fist bump. We haven't gotten any of these yet, but that's okay. It's still early in the day. Oh, we got one. And I hope that wasn't a guilt rock symbol. That was a heartfelt rock symbol. All right, this next one is... it's called Only a Broken Heart. I did a record maybe a year and a half ago called Solitaire, and this tune was on it. No more looking back, no more wearing black. A more smile is making a brand new start. You said I'd be okay. You kissed my cheek and walked away. Well, maybe it's only a broken heart. It's no use trying to understand what's in somebody's heart. If you and me, you just might see you're tearing me apart. I tried moving on, and sometimes I'm getting stronger, 'cause I know it's only a broken heart. I've been underneath your wheels, tried so hard to change the way I feel. I fell hard, guess I played my part. Called me a fool, I must confess. Just a little bad luck, I guess, 'cause I know it's only a broken heart. It's no use trying to understand what's in somebody's head. If you and me were meant to be, you'd be right here instead. Ooh, no more looking back, no more wearing black, 'cause I know it's only a broken heart. I know it's only a broken heart. I know it's only a broken heart. Hey, thank you very much. So this next song, actually, I gotta say, I want to thank my good friend Robert Klein Jr., who's right here. A wonderful singer-songwriter, good friend. We met through mutual friends many times over the years, and we finally, after all these years, did a little run together. And Robert spends part of his time in Texas and part of his time living in Muscle Shoals. So we just spent the last 3 or 4 days in Muscle Shoals hanging out and like visiting the studios and hanging out with his personal friends who are like Spooner Oldham and people like that. So it was pretty great. And I have so many songs that were inspired by the sounds created in Muscle Shoals. That song was one of them in particular. So it's awesome to be able to spend more time with you. And you've been telling me for years, man, you gotta come visit the Shoals. You gotta come check out the Shoals, man. And it was as great as you said it would be. So thank you for that awesome opportunity. All right, so this next one is not an Alabama song. This next one is a state of Washington song. I lived in Seattle for a while, and when I'd first finished college and I started being a professional musician, and I was doing every gig I could possibly do, and if it paid 50 or 75 bucks a night, I was happy. And it was just before the internet existed, but it hadn't kicked in the way it is now. So I'm like literally answering ads in the paper for bass player wanted. And I'm sure we have a lot of musicians and music lovers, and you know when you go to a rehearsal studio where you can rent a space for $10 an hour to practice with your band, they always have the bulletin boards that say bass player wanted, good attitude, must have car, that kind of stuff. I was answering those. I was doing every gig I could find. Anyways, so my early days in Seattle, wonderful and educational, but every once in a while I'd come home after the gig and I'd be like, oh man, that was a little rough. One day I'll be a better musician. I'll be able to play with better people, you know. And so what I used to do is I lived right off the I-5, the major highway. So I couldn't see it from my apartment because you were just over the hill, but you could hear it. So I'd get home at 2 or 3 in the morning after my rough gig with like a pretty good blues band or whatever it was, and then I'd open up the window and I'd listen to that of the highway and the cars going by. And I used to pretend that was actually a river and not a highway. And I was like, one day this river will carry me away and I'm going to play with great musicians. I'm going to make my dreams come true. And thankfully, it kind of happened. And so 30 years later, here I am playing for you in Nashville, Tennessee at the Magnolia Roads Hoedown. Yeah. So this one's called Highway Whisper. It's about that moment. When the night finally goes down on this town, in the quiet of the night is the only friend you found. And if you listen, you can hear it in the distance, that highway whisper all around. Now the cars, they don't know just where they're going, and the stars don't need to know, they light the way. And no river ever cares just when she's flowing, if she makes it there someday. Highway whisper just enough to lead me home, and the highway whisper everything I wish I'd known, when there's no one else around to hear that lonesome sound. A whisper so I know I'm not alone. For every road I found when I was weary, and every dream I savored as a child, one footstep at a time was enough to ease my worried mind and give me strength to walk another mile. The highway whispered just enough to bring me home, and the highway whisper everything I wish I'd known, when there's no one else around to hear that lonesome sound. A whisper so I know I'm not alone. Highway whisper just enough to bring me home. And the highway whisper everything I wish I'd known. When there's no one else around to hear that lonesome sound, a whisper so I know I'm not alone. Won't you whisper so I know I'm not alone? Yeah. Thank you very much. I have one more song to play. I'm just changing instruments.
Okay, we got 2 minutes though until 2:40.
Awesome. I've got a song that's 1 minute and 38 seconds. It's the entire Ramones catalog. I've worked into a medley. All right. Well, thanks for going with me there. That was a ballad I love playing. So I'm going to end with a little cool. Actually, not very long ago, we lost the great Robbie Robertson. One of my favorite bands was The Band, and he was, of course, one of my favorite songwriters. So every record I do, I've got at least one song inspired by them. So here's a little bit of one of those. This is called This Old Guitar. Doesn't seem so long ago, this old guitar's new, but I could fill 1,000 pages with the stories we've been through. Oh, lonely nights and teardrops, bad chords and busted ends, songs of love and danger, broken hearts and sweet romance. This old guitar ain't done just yet. You play rock and roll long enough, the blues is what you get. Now you're with it all these years, every storm and scar, and you know I may be older than this old guitar. She's got her share of scratches and even a bruise or two, but when the finish has worn down the bare wood we left to do, she knows just what I'm thinking and she plays just what I feel. It's like there is a part of me that's made of wood and steel. This old guitar ain't done just yet. You play rock and roll long enough, now the blues is what you get. Yeah, we weathered all these years, every storm and scar, and you know I'm even older than this old guitar. I said, you know I'm even older than this old guitar. Hey, thank y'all very much. I'm Ted Russell Kamp. It's an honor to be here. If you like the music, I got CDs and T-shirts and stickers and koozies and stuff, so come on, say hello, and get ready for the great Amelia K. Spicer. And I will have the great honor of not only seeing her perform, but playing bass in her band. So thank y'all for being here and joining. Thank you.